Hey guys, welcome to today's workout. Today's workout is gonna be a fairly quick little guy. We've got some strength workout interspersed with some cardio. We're gonna do one circuit twice and then we're gonna get down on the mat to finish it out. Prior to doing that, we're gonna start up with a dynamic warm-up just to get the heart rate up, the body moving, the blood flow increasing. It's gonna feel good, it's gonna feel great. You're gonna be glad you came by the end, I promise. We're gonna start just bringing one heel up and then the other into a bit of a wide step here, all right? Your body's getting engaged, so your whole body is moving. You're not just doing this lackadaisy, you're thinking about your movements. Life is good, life is dandy. All right, now we're gonna bring those toes over to side. So our circuit that we're gonna do, we've got 5 exercises. They're big exercises, and we're gonna do them for a minute, all right? Then we're gonna do our cardio for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna get right back into our next strength exercise. So we're gonna have a 7.5-minute circuit. Then we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna do that all again. Take a little break, get down on the mat. Sound good? Bring up some marching here, so knees up towards the chest as much as you're able, depending on where your body is at today. And we're just gonna bring our elbows towards each other at the back as you're able. Great job. This workout is pregnancy safe, all trimesters. I'm just at the beginning of my 3rd trimester here, so I'm definitely slowing down, but this is a great workout no matter where you are at, pregnant or not, all the things. It's gonna be awesome. 3, 2, 1, awesome. Just some heel kicks, bringing those heels towards the glutes, and an arm raise, and then other side, warming up through the shoulders. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, so our first strength exercise is gonna be a squat with a twist press. So we're gonna come into that squat, and then as we come out, we're gonna bring our weight above our head and press it over to one side and then the other. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's grab our weights and get right to it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start this squat with a twist press in 3, 2, 1. Coming down into your squat, twisting through and up to the side. Into your squat, twisting through. Pushing with your core up, with your shoulders up. And then coming into that squat, as low as you're able. Squeezing the glutes at the top of the squat. So we've got a minute of this. We're halfway through already. And then we're just gonna do toe taps for 30 seconds, all right? And in that 30 seconds, I'll tell you the next strength exercise. 20 more seconds. If you're gassing out, just hold that weight at your shoulders and come up through the twist squat. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Toe taps, here we go. Just going side to side, all right? Our next exercise is gonna be a deadlift. So hinging at the front, at the hips, using those hamstrings to lift you up, and then doing a forward raise at the top. So we'll grab 2 weights for this one. Whew, it's toasty in here. All right, we've got 3, 2, 1. Grab those weights. Hinge at the hips, coming down, up, forward raise, down and down. Using those hamstrings to get you up out of the hinged position. Beautiful work. It's like you're picking up toys and putting them on a shelf, isn't it? Hopefully your toys aren't as heavy as my weights. Halfway through this, after this one, We're gonna do some marching. All right, we can hold the weights while we do the marching if that feels good for us today. Squeeze the glutes at the top of the deadlift. No sway in the body here. All right, it's all muscle. 3, 2, 1. Hands at side, marching up and down, getting those knees up as high as you're able. Shoulders are proud. Our next exercise is going to be a hinged wide row with tricep extension. That sounds like a lot. What we're going to do, hinge at the hips, come out, and then push up, down. All right, it's like a bit of a triangle. We've got 3, 2, 1. Hinge those hips. Out, up, down. Out, up, down. Breathing out while you're exerting. Great job. Really working those back muscles, the triceps. You can feel this burn pretty quick right here. It's a lot to think through. If it's not working in your brain today, just work on the back fly. That's awesome as well. After this one, we're gonna do step jacks. Get that cardio up again. We've got 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome, step jacks, here we go. Just like so. It's the only kind of jack we can have while we're pregnant, huh? No Jack Daniels, get it? It's my funny joke. All right, we've got 10 more seconds. Then we're on our hammer curl to a chest press. We're gonna grab both those weights again. 3, 2, 1. Grab both those weights. Hammer curl, out, in, down. That was a bicep curl, sorry. Out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Great job. Minute of these guys. Then we've got heel kicks with the elbow squeeze. One more strength, and we're on to water break number 1. Again, no sway here. You've got a strong supportive back, proud chest. 10 seconds left. Breathing out as you're exerting, keeping that core tight. 3, 2, 1. Heel kicks. So just heel to the back, to the glutes with an elbow squeeze. All right. And our last exercise is going to be a calf raise with a side raise. So calf, and then we're going to bring a weight up, over, down, calves down. All right. Those glutes keep on going. You can keep 3, 2, 1. Oh man, here we go. Calf raise up, side raise over, down, calf raise down. Calf raise up, side raise over, down, down. If your calves are super strong, you can do both sides here, like that, and come down. All right. Controlling that breath, working through the shoulders, the obliques as you go a little of that side motion, and the calves, obviously, as you're pushing up while you're doing your side raise. Beautiful, 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna take our water break. 3, 2, 1, amazing. All right, let's take that sip of water that I promised you. All right, are you ready to do all of that again? We're gonna start with a squat with a twist press. If you're able, doesn't work for you today, then totally go into a straight forward up press or just hold the weights at your chest, all right? Never feel bad for taking it to the level where you're at today. I find I'm gassing out quicker and quicker. That's the way life goes. All right, gonna grab one weight here. 3, 2, 1. Coming down, pushing up to one side. Down, pushing up. All right. Breathing out as you're in your exertion. Then we're gonna do the toe taps for 30 seconds. This is a quick workout because we go right from one exercise to the other. Of course, there's gonna be 5 or 7 seconds of transition time, but we're not scheduling those seconds. Great work. Keeping that weight pushed up high if you're able. Looking up or forward, not down at the floor. 3, 2, 1, toe taps. Here we go. Just one side to the other. Get that heart rate up a little. Then we're gonna do the deadlift with the forward raise again, like this version, using the hamstrings and glutes to get us up out of the hinged position. Shoulders to raise that weight. We're gonna start those in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, hinging at the hips, coming up and up, down and down. All right. Squeezing the glutes to the top and doing your best not to round your back at the bottom. All right, then you're gonna end up using your core to come up out of the hinge, and you wanna be using your hamstrings. This is too much for you, drop those weights, continue on with the motion. After this, baby, we've got some marching. 10 more seconds. If you're gassing out on the marching, just take it down to little baby steps. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, so you can just go down like this, just little steps, or you can do the big ones, whatever works for you. All right, after this, we're gonna come into our narrow row this time. So instead of the wide row, we're gonna do the narrow row, and we're still gonna do the tricep extension at the top. Nice deep breaths, back into hinged position in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, narrow row, back and down. All right. Again, breathing out while you're exerting. So while you're bringing those weights up and back, keeping that back nice and strong. Your abs are tucked as tightly as you can. They're wrapping around your baby. All right, nice juicy bend in the knees. "30 more seconds. After this, we're gonna do our step jacks. Squeezing those back muscles to get your weights up and high, using the triceps to send them back past the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step jacks, here we come. 30 seconds. There we go. All right. After this one, we're gonna do a bicep curl to a Arnold press. So biceps up, Arnold up, all right? We've got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bicep, Arnold, Arnold down, bicep down. All right. Again, no sway in the back there. No sway in the shoulders. All powered motion. Soft bend in the knees, tight glutes. All right. Your lower body is supporting your upper body. Your core is engaged as you're able. All right. After this, we're going to do those heel kicks with the elbow squeeze. Then one more strength, and we're down onto the mat. Beautiful. We've got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. So getting those heels up towards the glutes as much as you're able, and then squeezing the elbows, squeezing the back muscles. All right, getting the heart rate up. One last time here is where we're at. Then we're on the calf raise. This time we're gonna rest the weight on our shoulders rather than a full overhead raise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights up here, calves up, raise, raise, calves down. Calves up, raise, raise, calves down. All right, working through those shoulders, obliques, and calves. Beautiful. Breathing out as you're exerting. Even just a little bend in your side gets those obliques engaged, gets them working. After this, we've got a water break. We can do it. And 3, 2, 1. Amazing. All right, let's enjoy that sip of water here. Whew. Toasty. When you're ready, let's get down on the mat. Gently, on our bodies gently, right? Okay, so down on the mat, we've just got 4 quick exercises here, actually 3, it's just one has to be on both sides. One is a donkey kick with a shoulder raise. Next is my favorite, the renegade bird dog. And then last is side plank, which I know you all love anyways. So we're gonna start with that donkey kick with a shoulder raise. I'm not gonna use a weight for that one. If you're into it, go grab your weight. Totally up to you. 3, 2, 1. So donkey kick, up and down, and shoulder raise at the same time, and then alternating sides. Trying to keep that core nice and firm while you do so. All right. In the donkey kick, you keep your knee bent. All right, so your knee is hinging up, your hip is hinging, your knee is staying the same as you go up. And then you're just adding in that shoulder raise for a little extra. If you're finding it too much, you can leave the shoulder raise at home and just go on a joyride with your donkey kick. Try to keep those hips as steady as you're able, not stacking the hips one over top of the other. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna grab our weights for the renegade bird dog. So we're gonna send that leg out straight now, bring our weight up to our rib cage and down, alternating sides again. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, up and down, other side, up and down. Squeezing the glute to get us up with that leg to the top. Breathing out as our weight goes up to the rib cage. Nice narrow row here, keeping that weight tight to our rib cage, trying to imagine a string pulling our elbow up so that the elbow doesn't go way to the side. Breathing out as the weight goes up, in as you come back down. 20 more seconds and we'll drop onto our side plank. 10 more seconds, just about there. 3, 2, 1, awesome. Side plank, planting that elbow, planting that hip. Whew. We're gonna do Udinos, up, down, zins, outs. So hip up, and then up, down, in, out. 3, 2, 1, join me, up, down, in, out, up, down, in, out. All right, as soon as you find yourself gassing out, you can let your hip come down to the ground. You can also use your upper hand on the mat for more stability, if that's what you need today. All right, breathing out as you exert into that leg up. Just about there. Really working those glutes. 15 more seconds. 10. It's a tough one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Swap to the other side. Remember, if you're gassing out, to come down onto that hip, rest. All right, continue with the upper leg motion. We'll start side 2 in 3, 2, 1. Up, down, in, out. Up, down, in, out. If you're gassing out, let that hip come down. After this, we're done. We'll have a quick little cool down, drink some water, get you on with your day. Might need a shower. It's hot in this room, so I'll need a shower. Don't know where you're at. Beautiful work today. You showed up, you did it. I'm sure you're already exhausted, especially if you're pregnant. Hasn't been a day without exhaustion. We've got 10 more seconds. We can do this. Breathing out while you're exerting. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We did it. We rocked it. We're amazing. Push yourself back up to seated position. We're gonna just kneel on our heels. That rhymes. So seated on our heels and just bend back a little bit. Stretching through the abs, stretching through the quads, and opening up through the chest and front shoulders. Looking up towards the ceiling or sky. If you're blessed enough to be outside, catch that breath as you ease into this position. Beautiful. Coming back up. Now we're gonna widen the knees, send the toes together, hips low and back for child's pose, shoulders forward, resting that forehead on the mat or your hands if it feels good. Really stretching through the hips. You can sway a little side to side if that helps you out today, if you're able to. All right, pushing back up into tabletop and then coming through into seated position. Sending one foot nice and long, rainbow arc over to that toe to stretch out the hamstrings and the calves. While we're stretching here, you might also feel this through your opposite side. And now side 2. And now just one more for the lower back. We're gonna get our toes in some sort of version of crisscross applesauce, whatever works for you. Arms up to the sky and sending those hands towards the ground. They might reach the ground, they might not reach the ground. You might also be able to get the elbows on the ground, whatever works for you. All right, it's just, you wanna feel this in your lower back, a lengthening stretch, and possibly in your glutes too, depending on where you're at. If you've got tight glutes, you might feel this even more in your glutes. If you do, it's important to note that probably the leg on the outside, you can feel this stretching through your glute more. So you might want to halfway through swap which leg is on the outside just to stretch into both glutes equally. I'm going to just switch those legs here now. If you feel great, then walk your hands over to one side and then the other to deepen the stretch. Perfect. Awesome. This is our last stretch of the day, the morning, the afternoon, the evening, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I had a great time, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.